All right, so we're back. So I hope you learned something dun sa video na pinakita natin, particularly on how to create an account on PDAX and how to get your account verified. So, Nichelle, bakit ba kailangan verified yung account nila? Ano bang purpose nun? Yeah.
Correct. Kasi good question. Dati kasi ang gumagamit talaga ng cryptocurrency dati, yung mga gusto magtago, right? Yung hindi kaya makapag-open ng bank account. So one way na we can prevent money laundering or we can prevent terrorist financing is to follow yung procedures ni BSP on knowing your customer. So sa PDAX, if you don't provide an ID or give information about yourself, you won't be able to trade. And that is in compliance with the BSP's requirements.
All right. So, sige. So, let's go to our questions. Ito, si Kuyahon de Mary Jane from Facebook. So, registered po ba sa PDIC? Ayan, thank you.
Hi, Mary Jane. So, CPDIC only services banks. Ito yung if nagsara yung bangko, you can get up to 500,000 pesos of your deposit back. So hindi po PDIC protected ang cryptocurrency. Parang stocks din po, hindi siya protected. Pero sa PDAX po, we're using a custody solution that can make sure na your cryptocurrencies are safe with the exchange. Clarify ko lang din po, there's no insurance po against price fluctuation. Pagka bumagsak yung price ng Bitcoin from $10,000 to $1, may kahoy ba? Katok ako, wag naman sana. Hindi yan maiko-cover ng any insurance company.
All right. So ito, tanong ni Che. So like stocks, can you opt to leave it untouched?
Yes, Che. Actually, sa cryptocurrency world, may nag-imbento ng word na HODL. HODL. Okay? Ito yung tawag sa mga yung mga hodlers. Ito yung mga bumibili ng cryptocurrency and then naka-park lang, parang stocks, and then eventually ibebenta na.
So parang ano siya, no? Instead of buying and selling constantly like a trader, parang ano na rin sila, investor, parang long-term investor. But of course, they should realize that this is a high-risk investment. So dapat i-manage nila yung risk nila at saka yung expectations nila. Right? So ito, may tanong si Delphine from YouTube. You mentioned that one can purchase fractional Bitcoin. What's the quote-unquote entry level in buying Bitcoin now?
Right. I think depende sa exchange. Iba-iba yung minimum sizes. Sa PDAX right now, you can buy up to 0.001 BTC. That's the minimum.
All right.
Which is about 400 pesos.
So may mga nagko-comment na hindi daw wala daw silang QR scanner. But kung gusto nyo mag-open ng account through your browser, of course, they can also go to trade.pdax.ph, right? So yung QR code para lang hindi na sila mag-type, di ba? So ayan. So they can also go to trade.pdax.ph if they want to open an account. All right? So ito. What is the minimum investment sa PDAX?
Yeah, so yung minimum investment amount is nasa mga 400 pesos. The smallest amount of Bitcoin you can buy is 0.0001.
All right. So, pero when I open an account sa PDAX, yung minimum, meron ba kayong parang minimum amount na to deposit?
To deposit, you can deposit as little as 200 pesos. So we can't really remove yung minimum as much, even though we want to, kasi merong associated fees with yung mga third-party providers. Yeah, so yeah, kung magpapasok ka ng 50 pesos using InstaPay, sayang naman yung 10 pesos na ibabayad mo sa InstaPay.
Yeah. At saka yung incentive natin is at least 1,000 pesos na deposit, no? So for them to get the 30 peso rebate and the free ebook. Okay? Ito si Ate Udeng, tanong niya, given that Bitcoin is very volatile, it is not advisable for long-term investing, correct? What do you think?
Actually, yung volatility ng Bitcoin, it can go both ways, no? So it's always very difficult to say na it's bad or it's good. In fact, one other instrument that has been very volatile for more than 1,000 years na is gold. Pero if you bought gold in 1970 and you held it until now, baka hindi mo na rin kailangan magtrabaho because the volatility worked in your favor. Pero syempre, meron din yung mga volatile na instruments na went to zero, right? And you don't hear about them anymore kasi namatay na sila.
So para sa akin actually, it's okay to hold it for the long term, pero you have to still regularly monitor it. Kasi we don't know what's happening, di ba? So hindi siya pwedeng bibilhin tapos papatulugin mo, hahayaan mo for several years. You have to keep yourself updated on what's happening so that you can maximize yung earnings mo pagdating sa Bitcoin or in any other type of investment.
That's correct. Sorry, dagdag ko lang actually ito rin yung reason why we wanted to make yung size of the investment as small as possible kasi we want people to buy only an amount na they're capable of losing or yung hindi masyadong masakit if nalugi ka, and that's because very volatile nga siya.
All right. Ito si DJ or Ground Zero from YouTube. Sabi niya, aside from Bitcoin, what other cryptocurrencies do you carry sa PDAX?
So right now, we list Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ether, Litecoin, saka XRP. We're also gonna add more cryptocurrencies, but it takes more development work and some approvals from the BSP to add more tokens.
Yes, yun yung maganda sa PDAX, no? You're continuously developing the platform and adding more cryptocurrencies doon sa platform ninyo, no? So yung mga gusto mag-explore ng ibang crypto, they can also do that sa PDAX. Question si Delphine, any advantages in setting up an account with PDAX? Something like, will you be providing tips on when to buy or sell? And how active do I need to be in managing my account?
Great question, Delphine. So if you open an account with PDAX, actually, I have to be very clear, no? As an exchange, we're not allowed to give investment advice. Pero we also regularly make information available about the general cryptocurrency market. If you buy and hold cryptocurrencies, as Fitz also mentioned earlier, mas mainam na bantayan mo siya ng medyo madalas because masyadong mabilis gumalaw ang cryptocurrency. And if bumaba siya sa point na gusto mo na magbenta, then you have to really pay attention. Obviously, we want everything to go up, and historically, umakyat naman. But make sure lang na bantayan mo pa rin.
Ako, ang masasabi ko dyan, there are a lot of Facebook groups and online forums ng mga crypto followers. So doon pa lang you can already get a good sense of ano ba yung mga gandang bilhin, saan ba maganda mag-invest na mga cryptos ngayon, no? Which is but personally, siguro ito yung tanong ni Timmy, no? What other cryptocurrencies looks promising today? In your opinion lang, siguro, Nichelle.
Right. So for me, no, I'll start with with two things. No, yung first is, yung mga cryptocurrencies, they're very, very different from one another. Okay. So if si Bitcoin, very costly maging miner, for example, of Bitcoin, that's not necessarily the case for Ethereum or Ripple. Sa Ripple or XRP. Sa XRP, if gusto mo mag quote-unquote maging authenticator ng XRP, may approval process yan. So the cryptocurrencies are very, very different from one another. And if I were to, talk about one cryptocurrency na I'm really very excited about, and again, this is not investment advice, I'm very excited about XRP. Kasi, isa sa mga kahinaan ni Bitcoin is that it takes about 10 minutes to 30 minutes for a transaction to be confirmed. Sa XRP, it takes as little as 4 seconds, right? So, because it takes only 4 seconds, it can enable remittance companies to use XRP, right? Kunwari, nasa Saudi ka, gusto mo magpadala ng pera, in 4 seconds, XRP can come into, an exchange account sa PDAX and then sell it for pesos agad, right? Like in under 1 minute. So that's something I'm very excited about, yung paggamit ng XRP.
Okay. Ito tanong ni Delphi, no? Do you have some sort of an account manager who can manage my funds, or is it something that you can only regulate yourself, yung account mo, yung funds mo sa loob ng PDAX?
Right now, we don't have investment managers, and that's because it's also the market is very unpredictable. Mahirap for someone to give investment advice for this. Although I know that there are a lot of groups that you can tap to get advice, etc. Pero for sa PDAX, we don't do fund management.
Ni Ground Zero, is it possible to convert Bitcoins from PDAX platform to other cryptocurrencies? So kung Bitcoin gagawin kong Ethereum, pwede naman, no, within the platform?
So yes. So actually, Bitcoin Ethereum is one of the crypto to crypto pairs now we have available right now. Pero we don't cross all the cryptocurrencies to one another. For example, Litecoin to XRP. And the reason for that is wala naman talagang gumagamit nun. And so it's not if someone were to sell Litecoin for XRP, you probably won't get a good price. Okay? So mas mainam na dumaan ka muna ng Litecoin PHP and then PHP XRP. But BTC ETH, that's available.
All right. So ito, OFW from Saudi. So wala bang restrictions by regions ang PDAX at hindi na kailangan ng wallet dyan for cash in and cash out? So
regional restrictions, meaning for somebody in Saudi to open an account, siguro, is that right?
Yeah. Yes.
So sa PDAX, wala kaming restrictions on residency ng user. So particularly for our relatives who are working abroad, we can open accounts for you. And you and your relatives, if you want to remit money using cryptocurrencies, that's easily done through our platform.
So siguro related doon, no? So I've already opened an account sa PDAX, as gusto ko na siyang lagyan ng pera. So what are the available options for me to fund my account? So bank deposit, of course, and what others? What
Sure.
else?
So bank deposit, debit card, credit card. Although yung fees on using credit cards and debit cards medyo mataas siya, we have to pay a third party provider, a bank and Visa, MasterCard. But yeah, sorry, bank deposit, credit cards, debit cards. There are also offline cash in and out channels na we're connected to, right? M. Louis Lear, Cebuana Louis Lear, 7-Eleven, you can also cash in through there. Yep. E-wallets, GCash, PayMaya.
And tawag rito, yung nasa abroad na OFW, for example, they can use mga bank remittances or mga remittance platforms to fund their account.
So when you, great question. So if you are living overseas and you want to use PDAX, when you select yung bank deposit no option, you'll find there are bank account details, and your bank should be able to help you wire funds into that. But I guess a better way would be for you to buy cryptocurrencies on an exchange where you are, and then use cryptocurrencies to fund your account sa PDAX. Para makita mo rin how quickly it takes for cryptocurrencies to travel around the world.
All right. Ito, may tanong. What's the approximate turnaround time for cashing in and cashing out?
Mm-hmm. So it varies depending on yung payment channel. For example, for credit cards or debit cards, we get confirmation instantly. So siguro within under an hour you'll see it already. With bank deposits, sometimes it takes a while because on the back end we have a small team of people who check yung deposit slip or yung screenshot. So nagva-vary siya, but it won't take more than 2 days.
Pero I heard na yung GCash or PayMaya, yung mga instant yata sila.
Correct. So GCash is instant, PayMaya is instant. Credit card, debit card, that's instant also.
All right. So siguro let's take a very quick break kasi I actually have a video on how to cash in through GCash. Ako kasi GCash user ako. So we can watch this very short video on how to cash in using GCash. Okay? So all right, so that's one way to cash in to your PDAX account, and I'm sure PDAX will be doing more videos, di ba? To teach them how to cash in on different platforms. And of course, as a reminder, pag magka-cash in kayo, yan, syempre, ilagay natin yung referral code natin na fits dun sa text box so that you can receive a 30 pesos rebate plus a free ebook from me. So again, you can open an account by using the QR code or simply by visiting trade.pdax.ph. All right, so let's go back to our questions. So ito may tanong si Shaira, do you have fees or charges sa PDAX per trade ng Bitcoin? Parang spreads, no? I think this is also related to what the engineer trader is asking. So how about your spreads on PDAX, sir?
So we make a distinction between spreads and transaction fees. Kasi sa trading or sa trading lingo, pag sinabing spread, it's something that a broker or a dealer puts on top of the price. Kumbaga, markup yan or patong. So sa PDAX, we don't impose any spreads. yung price na nakikita nyo na the price at which you can buy, you're buying it from someone else, and yan talaga yung presyo niya. But we do charge transaction fees. Yung fees natin, I think the standard na fee that we charge is 0.5% of the transaction amount. So if you're transacting 1,000 pesos, 5,000 pesos will be the 5 pesos will be the fee.
Ito, nag-comment yung official PDAX Facebook account. Yan. Market order is 0.5% and limit order is 0.4%. Tama, no?
That's right.
Ito, I think this is an interesting question. What's the difference between BHC PHP and BTC PHP?
BTC PHP, pag pumunta ka dyan, yan yung palitan between Bitcoin and Philippine peso. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So if gusto mo bumili ng Bitcoin using your, funds in your bank account, dyan ka magta-trade. If you want to buy BCH is another cryptocurrency. Okay? BCH stands for Bitcoin Cash. And the others, ETH PHP is Ethereum Philippine peso. So yan, yung ano na yun, yung symbols na yun stand for the trading pair that you will access.
All right. So ito sa tanong ni Annalisa, how do you get your actual earnings after you sell? So nagba-buy and sell na ako, kumita na ako, lumaki na yung pera ko, yung initial deposit ko na 1,000 naging 10,000 na. So paano ko siya kukunin? Paano ko siya i-cash out?
Sure. So before you cash out, kailangan mo muna siya ibenta. Okay? So
okay.
So if you're holding Bitcoin, you click yung BTC PHP and then you put a sell order. And when you'll receive naman the pesos on the account agad-agad, like pag-click mo ng sell button. Once you have the cash, okay, you have to go into yung funds page where you can make a payment outward, and you can use a variety of channels, again to cash out. I think the most popular channel now we use is bank transfer. So we'll deposit straight to your bank account using either InstaPay or PesoNet. Yeah. Again, pag InstaPay, on the spot yan. Pag PesoNet, it takes, at least, it gets credited within the day or one day after.
Yeah, and they can take advantage of the current situation kasi yung InstaPay and PesoNet, they are waiving their fees no? So maganda mag-cash in during this time. Yeah.
That's right.
Itatanong ni DJ Ground Zero, meron po bang trading hours sa PDAX or cut-off time? Can you trade anytime?
Great question. So there's no trading hours sa PDAX. It's open 24/7. The only thing na may operating hours is yung pag-request ng cash in and out. Because that one is handled manually by our team. Pero if you want to trade, it's open 24/7.
All right. So I think it's important for people to realize yung difference ng exchange at saka ng broker. I think a lot of people are thinking that PDAX is a broker, but in fact you are an exchange, no? Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. Medyo mahaba-habang kwento to, pero it's good na you brought it up. I think yung pinakamagandang comparison is the Philippine Stock Exchange. Kasi if you notice na, well, dati kasi when the stock market started, lahat ng traders will go to the stock exchange. But then yung stock exchange cannot handle everyone, right?
Yes.
So they had to appoint members who will become brokers. And kung meron kang gustong bilhin, you have to go to a broker. Pero now kasi, because everything is digital, you actually don't need a set of accredited brokers. Like, we can rely on technology para everyone can trade directly on the exchange.
And also, if you want to check out their help center, they can go to support.pdax.ph/HC, which stands for Help Center. Okay, so I'm browsing through the comment section at mukhang wala na masyadong nagtatanong, no? So we hope we were able to answer all their questions about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. And if ever, how do they reach you, Nichelle, or where they can find you? Where can they find you online?
Right, they can access our or get in touch with us through our social media channels, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Our handle is PDAXPH. Please don't follow yung mga, because there are other accounts na hindi sa amin. But ours is PDAXPH.
Tama ito, PDAXPH. Tama ba yan?
Right. Yep.
Yeah. But of course, yun nga, if they have a concern, I guess the best way is to email them directly at support@pdax.
Yeah, that's correct.
No? Yan. Ito, correct. Last question daw, sabi ni JV. How about yung stable coin? Ano ba raw yan? At what can you say about it?
Sige, napakagandang tanong. A stable coin is a cryptocurrency that is pegged to another asset like Philippine peso, US dollar, etc. So bakit may stable coin? Kasi ang logic is, di ba, kunwari 21 million bitcoins lang meron. What if we can create a cryptocurrency that mirrors actual Philippine pesos? Pwede mo na padala anywhere. Wala nang border restrictions, pwede mo na rin i-chop into decimals. You get the benefits of cryptocurrency, pero it's still Philippine pesos. Okay? So yan yung idea behind stablecoin. Right now, there are very popular stablecoins for the US dollar, right? So there's USD Tether, there's TUSD, there's USDC. PDAX is working on listing one of the stable coins. As I mentioned earlier, we're constantly trying to bring more tokens to exchange. So we'll make a stable coin available pending some work that needs to be done lang. But hopefully it gets there soon.
Right. So I guess that's it for us today. And if ever na may maisip silang additional questions, of course, they can just message us or email yung support, and they can get in touch with you, Nichelle, through the PDAX Facebook page if may bigla silang naisip na tanong, no? So again, we'd like to invite everyone to open an account sa PDAX. Wala namang mawawala. It's free to open an account. They can just go to trade.pdax.ph or just scan the QR code that we have in the corner of our video. And then when you cash in, please remember to put yung FITS na referral code so that you can get the 30 pesos rebate plus a free ebook from me about Bitcoin. All right. So I guess that's it for our live stream. So medyo nag-extend tayo, 1 hour and 30 minutes. So any last words, Nichelle, sa ating mga nanonood today?
Well, I just want to say thank you sa lahat ng mga nakinig. It's very encouraging for us at PDAX to know na we Filipinos are constantly learning and trying to adopt new technology to make our lives easier. I think yung potential ng cryptocurrencies is really massive. And the earlier now we start getting familiar with digital currencies, the better it is for us in the long run. I also want to say thank you to Fitz for making himself available to host us on this live stream. It's a genuine pleasure for us to meet all of you and speak with all of you, and hopefully we can serve you as customers on the platform. So thank you very much.
Alright. So maraming salamat sa mga nanood today. Of course, kung na-late kayo, may na-miss kayo, or kailangan yung umalis ng maaga kanina, you can just wait a few minutes and yung replay nitong live stream natin will be available both on YouTube and on Facebook. And of course, I will also edit this live stream so that you can also watch yung specifically yung presentation lang ni Nichelle kanina, and siguro I can also edit and upload some snippets of the question and answer para kung wala kayong time para panoorin yung buong 1 hour and 30 minutes, then at least you can watch yung specific topics that we discussed today. Okay, so again, maraming salamat sa mga nanonood, and I hope that you are all staying healthy and staying safe during this time. Okay, so Nichelle, thank you very much, and hopefully maulit-ulit, di ba? So, siguro in behalf of PDAX and of course yung page natin, Ready to be Rich, I'd like to thank everyone for attending today. All right, so bye-bye everyone.
Thank you everyone. Thanks for listening. Bye.